Long Island Railroad strike inches closer to reality this evening. Talks collapsed and there's finger pointing and an admission that the two sides are separated by a, quote, gulf. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer has the update.
There are still 6 days to avoid a strike, 6 days to avoid a nightmare scenario for 300,000 commuters. But there are charges tonight from the MTA that the union leaders for the Long Island Railroad are being goaded to strike by their international leaders.
Certainly there is a lot of international influence in this. And internationals have other interests and other desires that don't necessarily align themselves with what we need to do here.
MTA Chairman Thomas Prendergast, just hours after walking away from the bargaining table, charging that the Long Island Railroad unions are being driven to strike by their international leaders. Exhibit A, say MTA officials, this video of a recent union meeting where workers urged their leaders to strike. The MTA says that those urging a strike are from out of state.
This is about America.
Anthony Simon, Artie Meritera, it's important that they are unencumbered as they make these decisions. The needs of New York take precedence over the needs of anybody outside of New York.
The union doesn't see it that way. They see it as recalcitrance on the part of the MTA.
Their actions are showing that they are prepared for a strike.
Last week, the unions put a counteroffer on the table in the face of MTA demands that new workers, the so-called unborn, pay more for health and pension benefits. The transit agency said unless the union agreed to increases of about 4% in health and pension benefits, they couldn't go along. Now, sources tell CBS 2 that it is difficult for union leaders to sell their members on pension and health givebacks, even for those not yet hired, because two separate White House mediation boards recommended raises without any changes for new union employees.
They want to cripple the new employees. We don't want to do that.
The unions want Governor Cuomo to intervene.
We need the governor to tell the MTA chairman to settle this.
The MTA says it needs union concessions to avoid future fare hikes and to avoid raiding its budget for future capital improvements. Outside MTA headquarters in Midtown, I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.